FNaF News. I'm your host, the TNT Muffin. Today we're going to be talking about Good Smile, Youtooz, the FNaF 2 movie, and more. Now starting off with some merch news, Good Smile has just put up the FNaF Nenoroid on pre-order. So you can actually go to the Good Smile website and order him. He's like a little over $40 and he comes with a bunch of cool faceplates. I knew he was gonna have them, I wasn't sure what they were gonna be, and now we can see them. There's one where he's just, you know, the normal Freddy, one of them where one of his eyes is black, and then one of them where he has like crossed eyes. I think it looks pretty cool. All the faceplates look really good. I do wish that, you know, the faceplates maybe were a bit more unique, because they're all kind of just him with a slight difference, but I was hoping they'd have one, you know, maybe with his endoskeleton coming out or something cool like that, but it's still an awesome figure. Interesting thing about this guy though is that he comes with a circular base that has that Toy Freddy logo on it, so that's pretty neat. But yeah, I think this figure is really good. I really like it. There aren't really any issues with it other than like the coloration in the ears, and also it seems like the teeth are silver instead of white, but I still really like it. I hope we get more stuff like this in the future. I'd love to see more characters. Continuing on with the merch news, Youtooz has revealed some new pins. First of all, this Montgomery Gator one. So this is a pin of Monty. You can see him with his glasses on there, but the interesting thing about this guy is that you can actually take them off because they're magnetic. So this is their first time doing this, at least with a FNaF pin, a magnetic piece on the pin. I think that's pretty interesting, so if you want to have him with the glasses off, or with them on, you get to choose. That's fun. And they also revealed this pin with Roxanne Wolf, which has the tail on that little chain thing they've been doing. So, you know, while you're walking, the tail wags. That's pretty cute. It definitely seems like they're gonna be releasing a whole wave of security breach pins, because we had these two, the Roxy and the Monty, and before we got the DJ Music Man one, and then the Cassie and Gregory pin. So I think we're gonna just be getting a whole wave of these new unique pins. Not sure about figures or plushies coming out, but definitely a wave of pins. Also, Youtooz has just posted an image showing the wave of FNaF 2 figures. I mean, they didn't show the full thing, it is just the silhouettes, but we do get to see what the characters are. There are, of course, the 4 withered animatronics, which we all knew were gonna be there, because it is like the withered wave of figures. But there are also 2 other figures. You can see there on the right, there is Mangle, who we have seen before, and there's also the puppet, which we've seen teased sort of in the past as well. So I guess we can't really call it the withered wave of figures, it's more like the FNaF 2 wave of Youtooz figures. It doesn't have all the characters, like sadly no Toy Bonnie, Toy Freddy, Toy Chica, or Balloon Boy, but a bunch of really cool ones. Also, it appears that it's not going to be limited time. This isn't confirmed yet, I don't believe, but there's nothing here saying it's a limited time wave, so hopefully you won't be rushed on buying them. And then another piece of Youtooz news is that on their TikTok, you can actually see a look at a Roxanne Wolf shoulder rider. So apparently we're going to be getting a Roxanne Wolf shoulder rider. More shoulder riders are coming, another one being Bonnie, as you can see right beside it. Although the Bonnie one, we can't really confirm it's a shoulder rider. It's a little hard to tell if it's that or a normal plush, but for right now, I'm going to assume it is a shoulder rider. So yeah, more shoulder riders coming in the future. And now we have some Hex news. Hex made a tweet saying, "Hey everyone, it's Dawko. I just wanted to apologize for the shipping delays recently. I am just as disappointed as you are, and it's unfortunately out of my control. I have decided to delay any upcoming releases until everyone receives their pre-orders. I'm really sorry." And then on the bottom of that, Dawko said, "I also assure you that the company making these plushies are on their last chance. Very disappointed." So yeah, I guess Hex plushies have been delayed a bunch recently. People aren't getting their plushies in the mail yet. They're taking a lot longer than they should have. People are unhappy, Dawko's unhappy, so if this doesn't stop soon, it seems like they're going to be getting a different company to be making the plushies. And an unfortunate thing there is he did say they're going to be delaying upcoming waves until everyone receives their stuff, so that means that that wave with, you know, like Withered, Golden, Freddy, and stuff like that, not going to be coming out for a bit longer. We're going to have to wait and see when that happens. And now we have some news on the FNaF 2 movie. Apparently they plan on starting filming July 1st. So this is some pretty big news. We weren't sure exactly when they were going to start filming the movie, if it was going to be in the spring or the summer or what. Now we know it's gonna be in the summer. So unfortunately, this does mean that the movie's probably not gonna be coming out this year. I would assume either December this year, you know, the very end, or maybe early next year, but I don't know if they'd want to do that since January is usually a dead month, so I don't know. Cool thing about this though is that since the movie is filming soon, in like around 4 months from now, that means we're probably gonna get some news sooner than that about some of the locations. Because when the FNaF 1 movie started filming, or before they even started filming, we started seeing some things pop up, like that mall with the Chica's Magic Rainbow in it, or when they started building that facade for the front of the pizzeria. So I assume we're gonna get stuff like that with the second movie. I'm sure they need to build another facade for the FNaF 2 pizzeria. It's possible also that maybe we'll get some animatronics shown, because the first movie, we did actually see the Freddy animatronic when they were filming in front of the facade. So maybe something like that could happen with this movie. Not sure, not really exactly certain what the plot's gonna be, or if there would even be any scenes where characters would be outside of the pizzeria, but very excited to see what happens. And while we're talking about FNaF 2, FNaF 2 animatronics, I don't usually talk about news on POPGOES Evergreen, but some cool teasers have come out featuring FNaF 2 characters. Although they're not exactly the FNaF 2 characters, there's this teaser with false Freddy, or maybe false toy Freddy, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it looks pretty sweet. As you can tell, it's clearly a reference to the FNaF 2 teaser with Withered Freddy. Basically the exact same thing, just with false Freddy instead, and it looks really sick. If you don't know, in POPGOES Evergreen, they're going to be having these characters called the false animatronics, which are basically these like scarier, bigger versions of the toy animatronics. Toy Freddy is one of them. Another one is Balloon Boy, as you can see here. This teaser says "Guess Again" on it, and on the right side you can see False Balloon Boy, which looks really creepy, honestly. Pretty unsettling shot of him there. I believe that's a reference to the FNaF 3 teaser with Phantom Balloon Boy. Cool thing about this teaser is, like a lot of FNaF teasers in the past, if you brighten this up, you can actually see that it says "ha ha 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 ha" all the way across the screen. I think that's cool. It's nice to be seeing teasers like this again for official FNaF stuff, with the secret Easter eggs inside of them. I missed that. When was the last time we got something like that? Like, Pizza Sim, maybe? So long ago, man. Maybe Ultimate Custom Night? I don't remember. Another interesting thing here is that somebody on eBay sold a prototype FNaF watch. It was supposed to release back in like 2016, ended up not coming out, so there's just this little prototype for it. And now this itself, whatever, like a watch that never released. The interesting thing here is that it actually has renders of the Withered animatronics, and if you take a look at them, you may notice that they are the same renders from the custom night of FNaF 2. Now that's kind of crazy, because we saw these FNaF 2 renders so long ago, years ago, and now out of nowhere we get to see full versions of them. That's wild. Except the Withered Bonnie render. That's not the same one from the custom night, but still cool to see. But that's all the news we have today. If you want to subscribe, you can click the button on top of my head. If you want to watch my last news video, you can click that button over there. And if you want to see some other video I made, you can click that button over there. And I'll see you when we get some more news on the FNaF 2 movie.